So, hello, once again I'm back on my Lenovo IdeaPad Pro 5 AMD edition, and as always recording locally and streaming today on Twitch service. Before I will continue, let's check out if the stream is working properly. Sound and all. Let's see. Unmute. Yes, perfect. So let's pause it as well and let's resume. And I'm back on Bazzite 44 Linux, supposedly a gaming distro edition. More on this later, but first let's check out the system information by using the terminal. Let's zoom in a bit. Sorry. I think this is fine. Still haven't got the time to fix my copilot key to keep bind it in some other function, but we will get there. Anyway, regardless, you can take a good look at your own pace by pausing the stream or later the video on my YouTube channel when it will be available later in the day. Just pay attention to the screen resolution, which is basically 1440p, 2880 by 1800 at 120 Hz. And today there is no scaling involved, and recording locally and streaming at this native screen resolution, but 60 FPS. And with this out of the way, let's hide the terminal and let's check out the OBS settings that yesterday I forgot to show. So here we are. Video, native screen resolution, 30 FPS. Using hardware encoders, FFmpeg AAC for the audio and FFmpeg VAPI H.264 for the video, and the bitrate is 16,000, and for the file I'm using MKV. So with these things out of the way, let's check out what I have been doing. So here is my top panel. I think I've nailed it exactly like I wanted it to be. The usual week numbers on the calendar here, the usual daytime, day of the week, etc. here on the clock. The weather report. This is not the best thing for me at the moment, but the previous tool stopped working for whatever reason in all of the machines. That widget is not working any longer. I don't know what's up. Anyway, and this is the application finder, which of course I had created this little icon. I like it, it matches my taste. And then this is my dock. So the usual suspects are there. And then maybe you have noticed already, I'll show you again the terminal. I kept the systems basically fast fetch, which is perfect for my taste, and it matches my themes, etc. The colors, everything. And then I customized the fish prompt, of course. I did it a little bit more closer to what I have in mind. And yeah, I think this will serve me well while I will be on this system. And besides this, I also have, maybe you have noticed this already, the wallpaper jumper is mine. So basically, as always, I can see the status of my wallpaper and move backward or forward. Let's just go, for example, 320 now. Boom. And then I can go back again. 316, I think it was. So 317 then. 317, yes. So it had changed after we saw the status of the wallpaper jumper. And then of course my cursor factory, as you can see I'm using my own cursor, so let's try to load it as well. You can click X or cancel if it's the first time that you will be using this tool. Mine, it's not the first time, so I will just do this. And then you can do and the name of your choice, and then you can select the body color for the cursor. Let's just go with this green here. And then you can do some kind of yellow. For me, in my case, I will go with this one. Then we wait a bit for the system to pop up the message, which basically, yes, this one. This means we are done. And now we can go back in the system settings and global theme, pointers, and boom, here is the toxic mouse cursor in all of its glory, up to 96 points. Basically good for 6 or 8K displays. So for now we'll do it like this, boom, and here is the toxic cursor. No problem whatsoever. Going back in the settings, I will switch back to my usual suspect. Sorry, misclicked there. Discard, and then we go for yellow red again. Boom. So yeah, as you can see, everything is going smoothly. The system had quite a few stuff in place for me, so maybe some Linux purists or wherever, maybe they can say that this system is bloated. Maybe they call it even that it has bloatware stuff in it, and maybe that that may well be the case, but yeah. Anyway, let's go now and check out what is Bazzite, and we'll do that first by going in the distro watch. Here we are. Bazzite is an immutable Linux distribution based on Fedora and designed with gaming in mind. It can run on desktop computers, the Steam Deck, and other handheld gaming devices. The base system is read-only, and packages are usually supplied using Flatpak bundles. Bazzite is available in GNOME and KDE Plasma desktop variants. And this is the official website, the operating system for the next generation of gamers. Bazzite makes gaming and everyday use smoother and simpler across desktop PCs, handhelds, tablets, and home theater PCs. And then this is the documentation. Let's just say some kind of wiki. It has plenty of good information. So go ahead and just read the websites. One thing is certain, at least that's how I feel personally, that's how I see it. They undersell themselves, totally undersell themselves. This system so far has been nothing but great in my case. Anything that I threw at it, it was rock solid, speedy, snappy, whatever, however you want to call it. And remember, I'm not using benchmarks, just what I experience. And it doesn't have anything, compared to other modern Linux distributions. It doesn't have anything negative going on against it. And on the contrary, I may sorry. I may argue on the contrary that the things that they have included in the system, they are quite nice to have for a new user or a user that is coming regardless of they are coming from Windows or Mac OS X. As I said the other day, they include homebrew basically in the system. And yeah, I don't see any issues with it. I have done all of my work so far. Like on the clock, nothing came out of the blue, nothing negative to say about it. And most probably tomorrow I'm going to do some stress test. Of course, as we saw the other day with the NixOS, I don't expect the system to be like maximum performer while running the Final Fantasy XIV MMORPG and having dozens of apps loaded at the same time and keeping 60 FPS rock solid. I don't expect that. Oh, one more thing I forgot to mention. If you are seeing artifacts on the screen, like things appearing, disappearing, or something like that. sorry, keep this always in mind that it's related to the kwin scripts, and more specifically to remember Windows window position, which for me it's a must-have. And however, I know if I will disable, these things will go away. But this this little kwin script keeps my mind sane, because I know when I will click this app, it will load in that place, and if I will click on this app, it will load on that place. More often than not, this kwin script is amazing. I can't wait, I really can't wait for the day that the Wayland and apps and everything will support natively without any troubles saving window positions. On this laptop, for example, I have two displays basically. I'm using the built-in, of course, but I have another external display. And if I will not use that little kwin script, it's a chaos. And I don't like having to move windows around all the time. I just don't. It's insane to me that in 2026 it's not already built in any and all modern operating systems. It's insane even to me. Insane. If I have an app there on that corner, I want it there when I will reopen it. And if for whatever reason I want to move it and keep it in, I don't know, some other spot, let's just say here, next time I want it to be here when I will open it again. It's insane to me that this is not something that it's built in regardless of the desktop environment, be it GNOME, KDE or whatever, or cells even, like Niri, Noctalia, Compositor cell, whatever. It's insane to me. This will be the case for all operating systems regardless of the desktop environments. It's insane to me that it's still not the case. Especially if you are using multiple monitors, it's just mind-boggling to me. Enough ranting, sorry, I'll stop now. But yeah, Bazzite 44 KDE Plasma has been great so far, great. I'm honestly surprised because I have heard negative things if you are not a gamer and all that, and I'm not a gamer, trust me, but having most stuff work that I have in mind like nothing, it was a pleasant surprise. I'm sure I have forgotten something again, that's always the case with me. But yeah, fantastic second day with the system. Please subscribe to my live stream services like Kick, Twitch, and of course YouTube. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and like the video when it will be available. And keep liking the videos in the future if you will stick around. Anyways, as always, thank you for everything and see you on the next one. Bye!